G'day viewers, welcome to this week's PB's Retro Restorations. This week I'm doing the Matchbox Superfast No.8 Ford Mustang Wildcat Dragster. I've got a special guest for you later on as well. Now long-term viewers might remember that the third video I ever made like 2 years ago was one of these, and then I had another crack at it when I was a little bit further along in 2021. So Eric in New York, like in America, must have seen one of those videos and reached out to me on social media and asked if I could weave some of my PB special magic on his childhood Mustang. He told me he had an issue with the interior and the glass. They're gone, but I said, well, as long as you've still got the motor, that's the hard bit, and you're prepared to send it to me all the way to the land down under, I'm happy to have a crack at it for you. So I don't know if you know it or not, viewers, but New York is a long way from Underwood in Australia. It's miles away, in fact. 9,672 miles, or 15,566 kilometres to be precise. But then it had to go back to New York as well, which makes for a total of 31,132 kilometres, or 19,344 miles, which is a very long way for one tiny Mustang to travel. So on that note, let's get crack-a-lackin' and see if we can't turn back the hands of time on this long distance Mustang and get it looking like it did in its glory days. So Eric did send me the motor, I just didn't have it installed when I had it on the turntable, and as you can see it's had like a chrome paint treatment applied to it at some stage. No interior, no glass, the wheels don't match. That's okay, I've got plenty of spare parts in my parts box, so that's the least of our problems. And now for the world's shortest, I didn't even get to finish saying it, the world's shortest disassembly video. Now both sets of wheels on this car, one set wasn't even correct for it, and they're both pretty trash, so I'm going to have a dig around in my ye olde box of wheels for some replacements. And here I am just gently tapping or belting the crap out of the base to get it a bit straighter, and then I tweaked it with some pliers. So strap yourself in, sound effects fans. Tap 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 bang bang bang, tap 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 bang bang bang, tap tap tap. So I think I got it to where it's as good as I can get it. Bit of a test fit. Yep, looks alright to me. Oh, that's another test fit. I decided because this was for somebody else I was going to get professional on this one. Now because I want to strip the base and repaint it properly, I'm removing the plastic Superfast chassis from that base because we don't need it to turn into an orange glob of plastic in the bottom of a pool of paint stripper, do we? No, we don't. Oh, I haven't started. Wait, hang on. They get worse and worse, viewers. Okay, here's a test fit with some replacement glass and a replacement interior. Looking pretty good. Looking better than it did already. Now I'm just filing off the posts so that base fits in properly like it should. And another test fit. I've never done so many test fits on a build in all my life. I really wanted it to be as it should be when it got back to New York. I didn't want it going all that way and being a disappointment. So inserting the cap head screws now. I bought them a little bit too long because they're the only ones I could get, and sometimes yeah, they're a bit too long, so I just grind them. Check this out. What do you think of my slow motion sound effects, viewers? Pretty good, right? Right, that's what you come here for. So I like to use this Ocean brand of paint stripper. Boom! Just jokes left, right and centre, and we will get this back to bare metal. Okay, so while that bakes away, it's time to scab through PB's ye oldie bucket of wheels. Now I know I've got a million of those Superfast wheels in here, I just gotta find them. Then I'll repaint them, rechrome them, and make them look probably better than they did in 1974. And alright PB, you've done it again. One pair of replacement Wildcat wheels. Now it's soapy wash time. Glug 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 glug. Dunk dunk. So the glass I scabbed out of another car was in really excellent shape, but I wanted to be more than excellent. I wanted it to be perfect. So I'm giving a bit of a treatment, you know, light sand and even lighter sand, then a polish with the Auto Sol, and then a dip in the magic milk called floor cleaner, and now it's really shining. I'm sure it never looked like this in the 70s. Giving it a bit of a polish, not too much of a polish because I'm just going to paint over the top of it. Gave the body a bit of a polish too, not that it really needed. It had a few fairly nasty casting marks from manufacturer, but because this is a straight resto, I've left them all in there. As you probably know, there's tons of variants in the shades of orange for the Wildcat Mustang. Some of the earlier ones are even more pink than orange. But Eric wanted his orange again, so orange is what I'm doing. No, I promised you a special guest, didn't I? Here he is, Ed Sheeran. Beautiful people! Beautiful people, like, share, subscribe, click the bell for alerts. Thanks, Ed. Ed said he was happy to hang around while I sprayed the wheels and base with Tamiya gloss black acrylic. Thanks again, Ed. Using my Molotow 1mm pen to rechrome the hubs, as you've seen me do on multiple occasions. It never gets boring, does it? Now, of the two types of decals, Eric said he wanted the original plain black cat decals. So, of course, I had the file on my computer still. I printed out another pair. I actually did this twice because I printed out a set that were too small and they looked ridiculous. So they came off. I printed a set that was a little bit bigger, and hopefully everything looks a little more like it should now. And boonk, ready for reassembly. Oh yeah, and the base. Don't forget the base. It's fairly critical. having the chassis separate like that really makes it a lot easier to get the wheels reinstalled. Just make sure you stick them around the right way when you glue them back to the base. Now, when I looked at the engine that came with it, I thought it was damaged, but after I stripped it and repainted it, there was no damage to it at all, and it came out a treat. It really does look good. I just completely forgot to film myself doing it, so anyway, I did do it, as you can see here, with the dab of white glue. You can stick it back in. And just like that, as if by magic, we're done. So here we are back at the start with our well-loved, and I'm not sure if Eric or somebody else attempted to restore this car before, but I'm assuming that's why there's no interior glass. It was obviously a very well-loved toy of Eric's for him to want to send it all the way down to me to get me to restore it. He mustn't have seen some of my other work, I don't know. But anyway, this is what we started with, and this is what we're left with now. Looking $1 million now, if I do say so myself, with its replacement glass, replacement interior, replacement wheels, fresh decals, homemade by myself, a re-chromed motor, that stupid tow hook that I don't know why Matchbox put that on there. Nobody's drag racing their caravan, are they? I use that joke in every one of my Wildcat Dragster videos. I'm sorry. So I received word from Eric that the Mustang arrived back home safely in New York yesterday. He's told me that he's very pleased with it, I gathered from his message, and I hope it's brought back some childhood memories. That is the reason why I like doing these, because of the nostalgia. I'm so glad you like it, Eric. Alright, so thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you've liked what you've seen here, why not try one of these other videos? If you want to be really brave and you'd like to subscribe, just click on my bald nut in the middle of your screen there, and you too can be swept away to a world of PB magic every Friday at 9:15, sometimes every second Friday, it depends on how busy I am, but always on a Friday and no more than 2 weeks apart. Thank you very much. Stay safe, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!